Hi class, thanks for tuning in. Today we'll be learning about Freytag's pyramid. Freytag's pyramid is a way to structure plot. It was developed by German novelist Gustav Freytag in the 19th century. It was developed after Gustav realized that many dramas that he read followed the same progression of plot and used some of the same key elements. These key elements were plotted on a graph that looked like this. So the first element is the exposition. The exposition is the scenes that set up the tone and setting of the story and introduces the major characters. There isn't much excitement in this portion as it is all about setting up the story, where it's going to be, who we're going to follow, and what is the mood of the story. Notice that there's not much tension because the tension comes from the inciting incident. So this is the moment that starts the conflict. It's the first moment of tension that makes you aware that something is going to happen. And this is when the suspense starts to build. This suspense builds in the rising action. The rising action are the moments of conflict or tension that leads up to the climax. These are the moments that keep you wondering what's going to happen next. The climax is what happens next. It is the turning point of the plot. Here is the most exciting moment. It's where the characters have some kind of revelation or mood shift, and you know when this is where things are going to change. Please note that this is not necessarily a plot twist. A plot twist is a type of climax, but the difference is that you don't see a plot twist coming. A climax may be more predictable, but it's not about predictability, it's about emotion. Following the climax is the falling action. So this is when events show how conflict is resolved, or the problem-solving portion. It's the moments that lead up to the ending, which in this case is called the resolution. So the resolution is the moments that tie up the loose ends, and the problem is solved. This is the happy ending or sad ending in some cases. Please note that not every story follows a structure. This is just the most common one. And many stories that we read today follow this structure. So I would like you to look for a story that you know and that you enjoy, that you think follows the structure, and we'll discuss it tomorrow in class. However, this video isn't over yet, so please stay tuned. So I thought that it'd be fun after learning the elements to plot a story. The story I decided to plot is The Three Little Pigs, and I know what you're thinking. You guys are teenagers, you're too old for The Three Little Pigs, but this story is actually pretty easy and it's one that we all know. So the exposition of The Three Little Pigs is when we are introduced to the pigs and warned about the wolf. We know who our protagonists are, and we know that they're going to face some altercation, and we know that the wolf is going to become a antagonist in the story. This inciting incident is when the wolf tries to get into their houses. This is the first appearance of the wolf. This is when he first threatens them, and this is before he tries to blow down their houses. So this is the inciting incident because there's not a big turning point, but it definitely starts the suspense and tension. As suspense is built while the pigs build their houses and try to be safe and try to figure out how to keep the wolf away. It is when the wolf returns and starts blowing down the first two houses, and then the other pigs run into the brick house, as we know is the most safe, for protection. So the climax is when the wolf attempts to blow down the brick house. And although we know that they're going to be safe because they can't penetrate brick walls, the pigs don't know that, and that's why this is the climax. Because this is when our protagonists are feeling the most suspense, the most tension, and things are really starting to turn around for them because they don't know if they're going to live or die. So, the falling action of The Three Little Pigs are when the wolf continues to try, but then ends up getting frustrated. So these are all his attempts to continue to blow down the brick house. But when he finally gives up, that is our resolution. So the resolution is when the wolf gives up and all the pigs are safe, and they learn their lesson to build their houses out of brick. So they learn to be smart. So I hope you guys enjoyed me plotting The Three Little Pigs. I thought it would help you guys to kind of see it in action. And like I said, I would like you to think of a story that you think follows the structure. But I would also like you to think of ideas for stories that you would like to write that follows the structure. I'm planning on having you guys write a story tomorrow, so I'm hoping you guys can generate ideas now. I also have a quiz linked in the description where you guys will have to match the definition to the element of Freytag's pyramid and plot it on the triangle itself. So I hope you guys have a great day. I will I will portion some time in the morning to discuss any questions you may have, but until then, please email me if you have any concerns, and I will see you tomorrow.